okay. I first came out interpreting for the deaf because deaf people are heavily influenced by unfair police practices. Now I have to say, I am not against police. Police are important. I want to see community peacekeepers. I want to see people that see themselves as us and we see ourselves as them. I want to see structures that are fair and equitable, and I want them to be just, and I want them to apply to everyone. And as long as that's not in place, we have an obligation as citizens, where we can, when we can, we have limitations, to try to change that structure. I will keep interpreting. I will keep assisting you if you have a nonviolent event. If you need leadership, if you need followership, I'm going to keep doing that. And that is why I come to these events. Okay, nobody has to yell like me. Who wants to tell why they're here next? All right.
My name's Mark. Most people call me Ishmael. The primary reason I'm here today is because my cousin was affected by police brutality somewhere in California. When he told me the story, the only thing he could tell me was that he was getting ready to catch a cab from the hospital. When we got the police report, apparently he met the description of somebody that supposedly robbed the store. Similar story happened to Mike Brown. Similar story happened to John Crawford. Similar story to Eric Gardner. Similar story to Trayvon Martin. There's a lot of stories like this going around. And what I noticed was that me being a black man, I'm a target. Though I don't look like I'm a gangster, I may wear baggy clothes, I may speak a little bit of slang, but to somebody that's not educated to black culture or the urban environment, I'm a threat. And it's time for us to change that. Here with my brothers and sisters, whether we be white, black, brown, we're all the same. We all have the same needs, we all have the same desires. We all need to eat, we all need to live, we all need to love. And that's just what we're here for. We're here to unite each other, we're here to love one another. And until we get to that part where we're all unified together, these things will continue to happen. These things will continue to happen until we unite, until we speak up. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen if not the movie, the mass of V for Vendetta. And one thing that I think a lot of people grab hold onto from that movie is that at the end, there were millions of people who fought against the oppression. That's what we need to do. We're only 15 or so now, but imagine if each one of us brings 5 more. Imagine if those 5 more bring 5 more.
Right on.
It'll be the entire nation. That's all I got to say.
All right. Hard to follow that, yeah.
Hi, my name is Lindsay. Been following this case since the beginning. It's always heartbreaking. I echo everything you said. I see something happening though within Dayton and within the activists that are here today and that are elsewhere today. And there is fire and there is anger. And I think that fire and that anger is justifiable. And I think that fire and that anger is a great tool for us to use to mobilize and see the changes that we want to see. We may not all have the same goals, but we all have the same pain. We all have the same anger, and we all have justifiable outrage. And so I think just showing respect and bonding and supporting the fights of others is really the best thing we can do to make that movement grow and have those 5 more people come and 5 more people come.
Many different layers to all of this. I think we have, I don't know, is Mallory? Mallory's not here. We have some people who have been coming up here to the station and talking to detectives up here to find out what's going on, if they have any kind of diversity training, or what's the situation with that. And so we have people who have been going in Yellow Springs to their police, and to Riverside Police, and to Dayton Police, and we're trying to make a common link between all of these and find out what's going on with their diversity training. And we actually have a group of people who is creating a new diversity training, which is more of like an anti-racist, implicit bias type of training. And so that's another thing that's happening that's more of like a long-term thing. So I think there's different layers, right? There's like the short-term thing, which is constant direct actions, make sure people don't forget, and that requires the least amount of like planning ahead of time and like strategy and all of that. And then there's the next layer of things, which is like how, community police review boards, and implementing these in all of these areas so communities have more of a say in holding their police accountable. And also these trainings and stuff. This is like a second layer. And then we have a third layer of things, which is like, building infrastructure within the city, the greater Dayton area, like building all of these relationships and making sure that we can maintain these relationships in a way that we can all work together, even past our differences. Like understanding what is the common thread, like why are we all here together? And then how can we connect people to that next level? Like, oh, I'm part of this organization that deals with this specifically. Like, oh, I know someone who's interested in that. Let me connect, these two people. And I think all of that happens through relationships, which is why I suggested getting in a circle. I think every time that we're gathering because of John Crawford, we should know who we're gathering with, and then be able to make connections in that space so we can further see each other. The greater Dayton area is not that big. We'll probably see each other again sometime, and so it would be beneficial if we could, have some kind of camaraderie and mutual understanding, when those situations arise.
I'm here pretty much to piggyback off of what he said. I'm here for justice, whether we're white, black, red, yellow. If it affects one of us, it affects all of us.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Darshil. I'm committed to the fight for John Crawford because I believe that we have everything that we need already as a community to fight these instances, and so I'm committed to helping create that space where where all of those gifts and talents can emerge, and we can be stronger than we were when this happened.
I'm here.
My name's Minerva. It's nice to meet you. I'm committed, I forget the words exactly, but I'm committed to justice for John Crawford because I believe that no justice anywhere, no justice in one place is no justice in any place, and no justice for one person is no justice for any person. But no justice for John Crawford, even if everyone else gets justice, is not acceptable.
Awesome. So I think just thank everybody for coming out. Yeah.
Oh, you started?
Yeah.